Hello guys, welcome back to English Movie Studio. Today we will discuss about Deadpool, the movie, the first one, in 5 minutes, give or take. Long before he became Deadpool, Wade Wilson was just your average former Black Ops soldier turned low-rent hitman with a heart of gold doing dirty jobs like roughing up food service professionals to cease their stalker-like tendencies. He's definitely not a hero, mind you. He's just a bad guy who gets paid to up worse guys. At Sister Margaret's home for wayward girls, a hangout for mercenaries and lowlifes, we're introduced to Deadpool's friend, confidant, and bartender Weasel, and where Wade is subsequently introduced to his main squeeze, Vanessa. One romantic night of skee-ball and witty banter later, and the two fall head over heels in love with each other. Fast forward one steamy, not safe for work montage of Wade and Vanessa knocking boots through a whole calendar year of bank holidays, and Wade pops the question. Literally, with a ring pop, which he may or may not have been hiding in his butt. However, any chances of a happy ending are nipped in the bud when Wade collapses and shortly thereafter discovers his body is riddled with cancer, the terminal kind. Rather than let Vanessa see him die slowly, Wade leaves her. Before he can kick the bucket, however, a mysterious recruiter approaches Wade, offering him not just a cure for cancer, but to transform him into something even better, a superhero. An offer which Wade initially scoffs at, but after losing all hope, eventually accepts. Wade is taken to a shadowy and probably not very hygienic facility where we see mutants undergoing experiments. There, he meets the villainous Ajax, a ruthless and super strong scientist, and his bodyguard/nurse, Angel Dust, who is also super strong as a result of Ajax's experiments. Wade wastes no time pissing them both off, and Ajax injects Wade with the cancer cure he was promised, a serum designed to awaken latent mutant powers. However, in order for the transformation to take place, Wade must be under extreme stress, so Ajax proceeds to torture him relentlessly. Though he's in excruciating pain, it doesn't stop Wade's interminable wisecracks, and after he discovers that Ajax's real name is Francis and really roasts him for it, Ajax decides to push Wade a little harder. He locks Wade in a machine that repeatedly suffocates him to the brink of death before giving him just enough oxygen to stay alive. The experiment works and Wade's mutant healing factor finally kicks in, but it leaves his whole body horribly scarred. Wade breaks out of the torture chamber, setting the building on fire in the process, and fights Ajax, who tells him there is a cure for his disfigurement, but then leaves him for dead in the burning facility. Of course, Wade survives and then tracks down Vanessa, but he can't bear for her to see his horribly scarred appearance. He confides in Weasel, who convinces him to use his newfound abilities to become a vigilante. They land on the alter ego of Deadpool, taking the name from the betting pool Weasel ran on which mercenaries would die first. After staking out his base of operations in an apartment he shares with an elderly blind woman named Al, Deadpool rampages through the criminal underworld in search of Ajax's whereabouts and this alleged cure. After getting a solid lead, Deadpool hops in the taxi driven by a kindly man named Dopinder and races to get his revenge on Ajax, who just so happens to be in the middle of a sordid business deal, selling off the weaponized mutants he was making back in that lab. So while Deadpool might not be a good guy, that definitely makes Ajax a worse one. After stiffing Dopinder on the cab fare, Deadpool hurls himself into the path of Ajax's motorcade and proceeds to wail on his goons before finally drawing Ajax out of the open. Unfortunately, this murderous freeway rampage doesn't go unnoticed, and just when Deadpool has Ajax pinned down and ready to reveal the cure for his face, they're interrupted by members of the X-Men, Colossus, the hulking Russian made of organic steel, and X-Deputy, the surly energy blast projecting Negasonic teenage warhead. While the costume mutants bicker, Ajax escapes in the murk with a mouth. Is so pissed he breaks every one of his limbs trying to fight Colossus. The X-Men take Wade into captivity, but rather than go peacefully, he cuts off his own arm and escapes in the back of a garbage truck to let his healing factor stitch up his numerous bullet wounds and regrow his missing limb. After recovering, Wade finally decides to let Vanessa know he's still alive, albeit horribly disfigured, but before he can muster the courage to approach her, Ajax kidnaps Vanessa and uses her to lure Deadpool into a trap. Rather than go alone, Deadpool heads to the X-Mansion and asks Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead for help, and they all squeeze into Depinder's cab and drive to Ajax's hideout, a downed helicarrier. After the trio works their way through Ajax's goons, Angel Dust appears to duke it out with Colossus, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead launches Deadpool atop the helicarrier to rescue Vanessa, only to find her locked in the same asphyxiation torture chamber that gave Wade his powers. While fighting Ajax, Wade frees Vanessa from the torture chamber, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead delivers a finishing but probably not lethal blow to Angel Dust, which causes the carrier to collapse, so Wade shoves Vanessa back in the box to protect her from the fall. The dust settles and Wade finally has Ajax on the ropes. Our villain reveals there is no cure for Wade's appearance. Wade is furious, and just as he's about to kill Ajax, Colossus interrupts and gives a speech on how Wade has a choice and how he doesn't have to kill anyone and that he could be a hero. But Wade cuts the speech short by shooting Ajax in the head, killing him and making Colossus barf. Wade reveals his true face to Vanessa, who still loves him for who he is on the inside, and because, let's be realistic, a horribly disfigured Ryan Reynolds is still sexier than most guys. They tell the X-Men to vamoose, and that is the end of Deadpool, the whole movie right there. Well, almost. Deadpool pops up at the end after the credits in a bathrobe a la Ferris Bueller to tell the audience that he's getting cable for the sequel. And sure enough, in Deadpool 2, Wade, Vanessa Colossus, Negasonic, Weasel, Blind, Alan, Dopinder will all be joined by everyone's favorite time-traveling cyborg mutant, along with a pile of other new super characters. To find out everyone we know is showing up in the sequel, check out our trailer rewind.